Hello, my name is Donna Morrissey and I'm a self-motivated and independent person with over 12 years recruitment experience, and I'm now looking for my next challenge. I love to travel and my strong sense of adventure has taken me to 105 countries on 7 continents. My first journey took me to Asia and Europe, and I was away for a total of 16 months. At the end of this trip, I realised that I'd been struck by the travel bug, and so I set about saving for my next trip. This was a 2-year journey through North, Central and South America, where I spent a year, and my second year was spent in Africa. Whilst in Central America, I decided to sign on and volunteer to save leatherback turtles in Costa Rica. This required me to patrol beaches at night in search of turtles who would come ashore to lay their eggs. Once we found a turtle, we would measure and tag it, and we would also collect the eggs and take it to a hatchery so that they would not be taken by poachers. When the eggs hatched, we would assist the babies to come to the surface, and then at dusk, we would release them into the surf. I had a great 2 weeks and I was totally hooked. I then travelled on to South America, where I had another opportunity to volunteer with animals. This was in Bolivia at an animal refuge where animals had been rescued from homes and businesses and released into the park so that they could try and live out their lives as close to normal. I had a fantastic job where in the morning I would take the macaw parrots out of their cages and put them into the trees. I would then clean those cages and play with the monkeys until lunchtime. In the afternoon, I got to walk the puma in the jungle. I would never get an opportunity to do this type of work in my normal life. It was only through travel and volunteering that I got to do these fantastic jobs. I then moved on to Africa and was keen to find another opportunity, which I eventually found in Uganda. I worked for the Ugandan Wildlife Education Centre, and my job was to look after the resident chimpanzee family. This involved integrating new chimps into the group, as well as feeding and carrying out observation on the chimpanzees. I will never forget my time with our closest relatives. It was truly eye-opening to work with them. A few years later, I made my way back to Uganda and to my Yuik family. This time I lived at the back of the centre and became a chimp mum. I looked after a baby chimp called Pearl, who'd been rescued from poachers. Her parents and several relatives had been killed in her abduction, and she was destined for the black market, until of course she was saved by Yuik. I also got to design a series of signs for the centre, educating visitors to the park on how to respect the animals, and of course I got to hang out with all of my human friends once again. Since that time, I've had many more extended trips, and during my travels, I've had the opportunity to interact with many young travellers and to tell them about my volunteering experience. I know this has motivated many to seek out opportunities to make a difference in their area of interest whilst abroad. I have a wealth of experience in organising and presenting information to small and large groups of people, having delivered presentations at recruitment information centres to various groups of people, including students. Whilst employed with Silver Chain, I also attended TAFE and university job fairs throughout the metropolitan area to inform, inspire and recruit prospective employees to the organisation. So why would I be suitable for a position? Well, I believe that my background is proof that I have the skills required in your selection criteria. But more than that, I have the desire to share what I consider to be life-changing volunteering experience with others. My name is Donna, and I want you to come and travel with me this summer. Thank you for your attention, and good night.